Alright, like I was saying, but in the other video, I started out talking about those that have, I'm going to take it a loose real quick for you and just use one video instead of two. Basically what we're talking about here is if you have those frizzy hairs in your locks and you don't know how to take them out or how to get rid of them. I've seen different people use techniques from interlocking or to starting different locks or just doing a whole bunch of things to where you think it's going to work, putting a whole bunch of products on there, putting those Brits on there, saying, you know, hold that tight real quick, popping it down with a bobby pin or some rubber bands or some of the things of that sort. Honestly, I found that not to work at all. What I found to work on, but this works for me, and I'm teaching you this, so maybe if you want to, for you stylists especially, you can use this method and it actually go better into the hair. So what we have here is some hair that came out or some hairs that break loose from the lock depending on what's going on. It could be that his barber hit it, it could be a whole bunch of things that happen, but what happened is irrelevant right now. What we're going to do is just put it back, and I just use the simple what is this, lock extension technique, wrapping the hairs. I wrap to the left and everything, I mean to the right and everything I do. So again, that's the way I'm going to take this. A lot of people would prune that lock. I've seen some people do not know how to prune a lock and cut a lock smooth off, or cut a hole in a lock, or do many things when it comes to cultivating and cleaning that lock up. But pretty much, can you give me 1 second?
Okay.
Thank you. Can you close that door? Thank you. And pretty much I just wrap it all the way down, clean it up, and you see that there is no hair there at all. You can even tell that hair, come closer for me. You can't even tell that I had to wrap hair into this lock. You pretty much not at all. So once I go back and I do my simple palm roll, it's laid down, it's back where you need it to be. And that's on all locks, even if it has just a little bit right here in the new growth. I would not try to start a new lock there. I will go ahead and just rewrap those hairs in, because starting a new lock there could also be like having a micro lock right there or a sister lock right there, and that's too small if you have a head full of traditional locks. Even though they may be smaller, you still don't want something of that to be unproportioned size in the head. If you have a little more hair, more say of this sort, then at this point I would use a little bit of this just to keep my base going. Pretty much as so. And I would do the same technique here. Wrapping it right back on in, pulling it in tightly all the way up to where you have no more hair in your hand. And if you have to struggle with that little bitty centimeter piece of hair, get it in there. Do not just let long hairs and all that kind of stuff just hang off your lock. Again, because pruning isn't for everybody. I've seen some heavy-handed people leave big crater dips in people's locks trying to call themselves pruning. And for those that don't know what that is, that's simply when you take a lock and you take the scissors. Let me find some shears before Shara say something. And you're going up the lock in this format to clean it up. Well, see, I go up this way. I've seen people go this way. I've seen people do clippers, whatever. But still, you have to have a gentle hand. You have to know what you're doing and be knowledgeable of that process to even offer it to a client. And just because you're offering it does not mean it costs $1,000. Your clients really shouldn't have it. If they're doing that issue, if they have that issue, you haven't palm rolled that hair well. You're just picking it up, finger rolling it, and this is what a finger roll is. Which I don't know who started doing stuff like this just to tighten up your locks. That's not going to get you anywhere. That's a constant struggle. That's a constant fight back of everything that you're trying to do. Use the power of both of your hands that you have. Use your solutions as I've shown you before. Put them in there lightly for good balance. Take your hands and palm roll that hair using palm to fingertips. Quit being lazy. Get that hair. I hit it 3 times. One at the root, one in the middle, closer to the end. You can't do all of that. You just want to stay in that root. You're tightening up that person's hair, and you're going to have a victim of one of my last videos. Too tight is too dangerous. So you keep popping it off, you keep doing what you want to do, or making up stuff, and you should be a barber. You're going to do more fades than anything else, to be perfectly honest with you. So I wanted to show you that. I think that's very pertinent for you guys to understand and know how to put that back into your hair. Stop the frizziness, stop just putting drying components in the hair. Find out what's really going to work. I went to Carol's daughter, had a ball, and loved the comments you guys put on there about how crazy it is and how much of a bust it was. I love sitting back watching that. That tells me you actually go out and seek things for yourself as well. So check me out for more. I'm going to keep the videos coming. We're going to keep talking about things on this natural hair level, and we're going to make it work. Peace.